Hey guys, welcome back for another episode. Gamer Reaper here. So today we're going to be talking about the movie review Knock Knock. Keanu Reeves plays in this movie, and this movie came out in 2015. So, before I go on with the review, can you please smash the like button and also subscribe if you haven't? Still trying to grow the channel, but let's keep moving forward. Anyway, so with this movie, Knock Knock, Keanu Reeves lives, his character that he plays as his husband that lives, he has he has his two kids, and his beloved wife that he loves, and so he works in the architectural business, and his family, lo and behold, they go away on a little side trip, and he basically stays home. With the title going with Knock Knock, it's raining, it's terrible going on around there. And yes, I forgot to mention there will be some slight spoilers, so I just wanted to give you a heads up before I stop that. But so we continue. So it's raining and everything, and Lord Behold, someone's knocking on his door. He's working. He's busy. He's listening to his music. He comes and opens the door, and there's these two women. Now, these two women, he opens the door for them. Now, I've got to tell you, after he opens that door and everything else, it was a deciding factor. He basically had a choice. Do I help these women or do I don't help these women? I think under normal circumstances, I feel like a lot of people would help out, two random strangers if they walked up to your door and it's raining, and then, if there's no one else. Now, some people would just close the door on you because it's like, well, I don't know you. He goes to try and help them, and it goes down. He goes and tries to help them, and Lord and behold, he doesn't realize that they're slowly sending him some hints, and he doesn't realize that they're slowly trying to seduce him. Like, looking at their body language, hearing what they were saying to him, and they were just kind of just beating around a bush, like, it was almost like he was getting more than he was asked for, but then at the same time, he didn't realize what their kind of their goal was. Like, he was generally acting like a nice person. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna do all these extra things you're requesting, which I was like, he kind of should have stopped it, way ahead, but he did not. He kept going forward. I feel like with this, the whole overall of the movie was like, he made a major mistake. But then at the same time, I mean, by the time you got to the end, you're thinking at the end, like after, like, they don't show this, but this is going to speculation. Like, literally, I could just see him and his wife are getting into a huge argument, and then the wife is going to be like, how can you let this happen? That is the first question Susie's going to be asking. How the heck you can let this happen? Because the thing was this, like, I guess she had a business. It was starting, like, she just had a brand new catalog and everything going on. And then I guess she holds like exhibits, like art exhibits for the artwork that she does. And my goodness, now, dude, like the damage that she has going on for a lot of her art pieces, she's gonna be breaking down in tears. She's gonna be like, "Oh my god!" And then the kids are like going like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, Daddy had a party." and and I mean, like, that's what they're thinking. And I'm like, well, I mean, like, the party they're thinking that he had you know, it was done by a very small group. It wasn't like it was a super huge group. But I feel like during the course of the whole movie itself, like the man was just tormenting him. And there were steps he could have done to where like, okay, he could have like either um prevented them from coming back from from him, but then again, like, you know, there are steps he could have taken, I guess, could have like, to kind of like hold off from them. Like it's still crazy to me. Like, dude, how the heck they got back in? But then at the same time, it's like I don't know. Some people, like, I feel like after you would think like after that, you would think after that first encounter experience that he went through with dealing with them, some people would have went and got a weapon. They would have went and bought a weapon that very day after they would have had to deal with that mess. Like seriously, in real life, like some people would have definitely were like, I have to get me something in order to defend myself because it's like because they caused this problem themselves, but then at the same time, it was much more worse than it was actually perceived because he was like, you know he did this kind of he went out as kind of gesture and he was taking advantage, but then at the same time, you know he should have held firm. He definitely should have held firm, but he didn't, unfortunately. uh but yeah, this was an old movie, but I thought it was pretty good for what it was. The grading I would give for this movie and for how it panned out and everything, I'm gonna give it a B. For what's going. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this movie was a little kind of on the low end. I mean, and thinking of like this was just literally about a man who was living, a man who was being by himself, his family away, and he basically makes the biggest mistake of his life. And now he has to live with his decisions, along with being taken advantage of. That was the other thing. He was taken advantage of. And, in some ways, it's kind of bitter. It's kind of bittersweet how that movie kind of turned out to be. But yeah, if you guys liked it, what you saw here, also, if you have any comments or any suggestions, or tell me, what do you liked it about the movie Knock Knock? Just leave it on the comments below. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Pow!